Oh fire, rise up and… just explode or something. Fireball. Ah crap. That chant was pretty half-assed, so I lost a ton of mana. I actually felt a chill run down my spine. A fireball poofed into the air and slowly floated towards the spike traps. Master, that fireball is giving me hella bad vibes. I'm thinking we should back the heck up ASAP. Yeah? Ichika pulled me away and we waited together for the fireball to hit the spike trap. The moment it did, it exploded with impressive force, filling the air with blinding light. But the spike trap was just fine. Alright, it didn't break. Good job, spike trap, that was close. Wait. Crap. I thought for sure that one would work. I guess it was just dumb of me to try breaking through metal with fire. Oh well, I'll just fiddle with the traps to make them easier to break. I shook my head at myself and used Create Golem on the traps to fill the spikes with cracks. Maybe because they were traps in my own dungeon, they were already filled with my mana without me needing to pour it into them. They changed shape fast and easy. Ichika and I went into the trial room, stealthily repairing the spike traps along the way. All my acting up to this point had been built up to that one statement. The receptionist said I could work out the details of my payment with the adventurers themselves. The best way to get a lot of money for them wasn't just to rescue them, it was to use my magic blade and demand payment for it. Heh! Pretty impressive, right? Tremble in fear of the life of death awaiting you. Yeah. Sorry man, I hate that you lost your magic blade to save us. Of course we're gonna repay you. We owe you our lives for using your magic blade to save us. Thank you? Sincerely. Lower it based on their reaction. How about like T2 gold coins? No way. Sorry. W was 1 gold per person too much? Alright, I know how to barter. Come at me. I'll bargain you into as high of a price as I can. You mean 2 from each of us, right? We can do that. We'll pay the 4 gold coins as soon as we get back to Tsaya. You're fine with us paying you that little? You're a lifesaver, man. Seriously. I definitely looked like a stunned idiot as Yuzu and Muzu grinned at me. What? I had totally forgotten to ask Ichika about what they'd be willing to pay for me saving them. As an aside, they didn't even have to go back to Tsaya to get the cash. They just withdrew it from the guild branch office and handed it to me then and there. 4 gold coins. This is pretty sweet. They said an A-rank meal would cost all their savings, but look at this. They had plenty. Though apparently 3 of these coins are Yuzu's. 4 gold coins turned into dungeon points would be worth 4,000 DP, but I wanted to keep them as coins. I could use them to buy more slaves to work at our inn. To summarize what I had gained from Yuzu and Yuzu's visit, 2,650 DP, 4 gold coins, 29 silver coins, and 5 copper coins. I calculated the DP with some rough mental math, not accounting for all the minute alterations to DP gain the dungeon does on its own, but it was close enough. If you put that all into Earth money, I had earned 4,290,500 yen in 10 days. Oh man, I'm so glad I didn't kill them. I wouldn't have gotten their savings if I killed them in the dungeon. Not to mention the new magic blade they're getting for me. Or the guild's reward for investigating the dungeon and saving them. Well, I sure investigated the dungeon, but I didn't feel the need to tell them anything more than I had to. Also, the receptionist had stayed in the inn for 5 days now, giving us 5 silvers and about 600 DP. We should have a lot more leeway with our DP now. We have 49,532 DP left right now. We earned 162 goblins worth of DP in just 11 days. Wow, that's amazing. But why did you express that through goblins? Kaima? Well, it's easier for you to understand that way, isn't it? I gave Rokuko a bright grin. Well, it was easy to understand, but I don't like it. I patted Rokuko's head. Day 67. Several days after Yuzu and Muzu left, the guild finally decided on a new name for our dungeon. That name being Cave of Greed. Apparently, it came from the fact that you would be putting yourself at risk if you weren't careful about being greedy. Come on, you don't need to warn people like that. It'll be a lot easier for me if they let their guard down. It was classified as an E-rank dungeon. That put it in the lower tiers of difficulty. Well, I can't get mad about that. Yuzu and Muzan nearly dying despite being C-rank adventurers was basically an accident, and the method for escaping that trap is now public. Congratulations, my sweet little Rokuko. That's a beautiful name fitting for a girl as sweet as you. Thank you very much, Haku. Haku, who came to inform us of the guild's decision as soon as possible, gently rubbed Rokuko's head. Behind her was Chloe, standing around in her butler outfit as always. So, why'd you come deliver that news yourself? Well, of course, I rushed over immediately to be the first visitor of Rokuko's, and as soon as I heard it was going public. Sorry, you're going to be the fourth visitor. What in the world? Could you please tell me the names of the 3 prior visitors? Everything will be fine if I can just eliminate them. Please don't. You can be the first visitor to sleep in the grand suite, so please, settle for that. And don't kill anyone. Thank you? The grand suite. In other words, the room for A-rank adventurers that I had built just for fun. At the moment, I had no plans for anyone but Haku to stay in it. I had put a lot of effort into making the sleeping arrangements in the grand suite top tier. It had a memory foam mattress, 200 DP, that was much better than a plain futon, 50 DP, placed within a high-quality wooden frame I had made and decorated myself. To top things off, it even had a feather comforter, 100 DP. I couldn't help but congratulate myself on making such a high-quality bed. There were a ton of other minor improvements over normal rooms, like carved reliefs in the furniture, a candle-shaped light magic tool on the table, a glass window with curtains, and so on. It even had its own bathroom and bathing room. Yeah, bathroom and bathing room. Plus, I threw in a massage chair as well. That way, guests could get out of the bath wrapped in a towel and go to sleep while getting a massage. So, how much does it cost? I'll pay the money as I should. Don't think I'll let you get away with claiming I'm not the first visitor because I didn't pay. Why would I do that? I actually haven't decided on how much the grand suite should cost yet. I helped him decorate the inside of the room. Haku, how much do you think we should charge? Oh my, you did? Oh, and you'll have our A-rank meals for food. We're passing things off as if you're giving Rokuko the ingredients through storage, so keep that in mind. Very well. And I imagine the food comes from your world as well? Here, have 2 gold ones, for both Chloe and I. I'm looking forward to the meal. I would have been fine giving her the food for free, but sure. I'll take what I can get. I'm quite looking forward to that. And, I suppose I'll think up a price and pay after I've stayed the night. That would be pretty helpful. I asked Ichika what she thought it should cost, but she had never stayed at a high-class inn and thus had no idea how much a room like the suite would go for. She was more interested in paying tons of money for food, not sleeping arrangements. If you turn that around, I totally understood how she felt. Anyway, it's kind of late to say this, but I really don't think our current A-rank meal is worth 1,000,000 yen. I should probably turn it into a full-course French meal fit to serve an entire table of people. Probably. #Haku's perspective. I see that the door's not just made of wood. It has metal plates enforcing it, and it even has a lock. I open the door and see that the room is bright inside, thanks to sunlight streaming through the windows. The furniture is all made of beautiful, engraved wood. The bed looks comfortable, and there's a large chair that looks perfect for a cozy afternoon nap. But what country are these engravings from? Did they perhaps originate from an artisan from Kaima's original world? Or perhaps he did the engravings himself. He has quite the talent if so. There's a clock resting on the wall. Clocks, I believe, are a magic tool far more expensive than they're worth considering how little utility they offer. Though, they're more valuable out here, where unlike towns there are no bells to ring out the time. As for the window with light pouring through it, I imagine this is a plate of crystal in the windowsill. It's very clear. It seems that I can use the cloth on the sides to block the light if I so wish. This, and much of the room in general, must have cost quite a lot of DP in total. All in all, I'd say it's more than fine enough to be considered a grand suite. Oh, I forgot for a moment that it has a bathing room and a toilet as well. I shall investigate them immediately. The bathtub has no water, but surprisingly enough, it's made of wood. It smells nice as well. Ah. Is this the lever that produces hot water? There's a sheet of paper explaining things beside it. I see, this lever produces hot water and this one cold. I experiment by pouring hot water into the tub. It feels a little bit too hot? Ah, the idea must be to pour out cold water at the same time. What do you think, Chloe? This is quite an excellent room. At the very least, it's superior to any grand suite we've stayed at in the Holy Kingdom. The quality of this room is surprising even to me. I sat down on the chair and decided what to do next from there. This is quite a comfortable chair, I like it. My lady, it says here that the chair you're sitting in is a magic tool known as a massage chair. It seems that it will give you a massage if you put a copper coin into it. Really now? I shall try that out. I ask Chloe to put a copper coin into the chair, and once she does, it starts to shake. WH, what in the world is this? Foi! My lady? Are you all right? I am fine. Ah, this is amazing. Foi, it feels so good. Ah. I feel like just falling asleep now, as I am. I spend a lot of time finishing up work so I could come here, so. Ah. I wake up and see that Chloe covered me with a blanket as I slept. This blanket is quite soft. It's not very thick, but it still feels nice and warm. I must ask them to lend this chair to me. I imagine it will cost at least 10 gold pieces. I have never seen a magical tool like this before. In which case, it must be fairly valuable. Surely it's worth no more than 50 gold pieces. If you've grown that fond of it, why not investigate it yourself to try and make your own? Ah, that's quite a good idea. But since I took a nap, I'm now in the mood for supper. I hope it's not too late for it. Either way, I believe I just have to push this button and wait for them. The button has a simple cover over it so as to prevent accidental pressing. I put that aside and press the button. Immediately, I hear the sound of two pieces of metal vibrating against each other outside of the room. I wonder how this works. Is this thing in the inn's options as well? After a brief wait of only 3 minutes, someone knocks on my door. That was quite fast. I suppose they're using DP for the food as well, then. Sister, I've brought you your food. Please come in, Rokuko. I open the door wide and see a pushable food cart in front of Rokuko. It has 3 meals on top of it. Each meal is covered with a silver dome known as a cloche, hiding their contents. That is another sign of this service being quite high level. Wait just a moment. Why are there 3 meals? I wanted to eat with you, sister. Is that okay? But of course. Come now, Rokuko, take a seat. Leave the rest to Chloe. I can't do that. Chloe's our visitor today. Rokuko carefully places the meals on the table. Just seeing that makes me want to give her a gold piece tip. And here we go. Ta-da! Rokuko lifts up one of the cloches, revealing an assortment of food stuffed onto a single plate. The plates have ridges which separate the food, allowing multiple types of cooking to be delivered at once. That is quite a clever idea. Isn't it? This is Hamburg steak, this is a Napolitan, and these are fried shrimp. These long things are French fries, and this bit with the flag in it is omelette rice. And this is buttercorn stew. Oh. Right. The green drink is called cream soda. It's a drink, but it's a dessert too. The white stuff on top is called vanilla ice cream. It's really cold and sweet. It melts fast, so you should drink it soon. I pick up my fork and begin eating while listening to Rokuko's explanations. Hamburg steak, It's definitely meat. It's not like any steak I've had before, but it's definitely made of meat. And I believe this meat is beef as well? Either way, the mushroom-filled sauce is fantastic. This, Napolitan, is a kind of pasta. I suppose this sauce covering it is made from tomatoes. It has a sharp flavor that stimulates my tongue. Fried shrimp. This feels like seafood. I wonder what frying entails? This must be another kind of food from his own world. It seems that you can eat omelette rice with a spoon. These are cooked eggs covered with tomato sauce, with a side of some kind of small grains. This isn't bad at all. But what is with this flag? Buttercorn stew is sweet, warm, and practically makes my heart melt. Ah, this purin is quite tasty. It's squishy, sweet, and makes me feel like melting. Ah, oh my! That was close. My mind was nearly consumed by this heavenly dessert. This dessert wields both intensity through its melon soda and peaceful calm through its vanilla ice cream. It dominated my heart and mouth. In the end, the vanilla ice cream melted into the melon soda, creating a combination so heavenly I feel as if I've caught a glimpse into the true meaning of the world. Eh? This is all only one gold piece? Yes, that's certainly cheap. I let out a sigh of impressed satisfaction. It certainly earns high marks from me. That was extremely fulfilling. I'm honored to hear you say that, sister. That's our A-rank meal. I'm really proud of it. HMIC. A meal of this caliber is only worthy of an A rank to them. Rococo. What is the overall name of this meal? I feel that A rank meal is simply too drab of a name for something like this. It's called the, Grut. No, Glutton set. This must be their answer to those gluttons that come to the Cave of Greed, wanting to eat a lot of delicious food. Oh, sister. Do you mind if I take your flag? I'm collecting them. Oh my, not at all. Here you are. I take the small flag out of my omelette rice and hand it to Rococo. While I'm at it, I give her Chloe's as well. It seems that all of our flags have different designs. I didn't understand the purpose of the flags while eating, but now I recognize them as collector's items. He's attacking people's greed for collecting items while feeding them. Kaima has quite the fearsome mind. Oh yeah, sister. Did you try the onsen? It feels super good in there. I have not yet, but now that you mention it, it's been far too long since I've visited an onsen. Do you want to visit the onsen together, sister? Oh my, that sounds delightful. An onsen. Yes, that certainly sounds nice right about now. I'm fond of the personal bath in my room, but a large bathing area like an onsen will allow me to bathe with Rococo. Despite having just finished eating, I decide to go to the onsen immediately. I've visited a real onsen created by a hero, so I can teach you how to properly bathe in one. There's a proper way to bathe in onsens? Wow, I'm looking forward to learning that. It was a very nice bath. I didn't know that in real onsens, you don't wear any bathing outfits or anything. Oh my, Rococo, did you overheat in there? Your cheeks are quite flushed. Although onsens by the imperial capital do have bathing outfits to wear, this is an onsen. A bath created by Kaima, a visitor from another world. It's only right that I would teach her to bathe in public naked like those from his world do. And thanks to that, I saw something wonderful. The only problem was that someone else was in the onsen. If not for that human, I could have been all alone with her. Next time, I'll just reserve it for the two of us. Fufufu. Now I'm really looking forward to my next visit. Now then, I suppose it's time to sleep. Will you join me, Rococo? I will. Speaking of which, I don't believe we've slept in the same bed before. That makes sense. As dungeon cores, we do not need any sleep and only choose to as camouflage or as a form of frivolous entertainment. Though of course, it does help speed the passing of exhaustion. When I returned to my room with Rococo, I was shocked seeing Chloe in bed lying down. I shouted her name, Chloe, but she won't respond. Let's end this part here. And don't forget to check our other story about a guy who was transported to another world, and got creation magic, with which he can make anything. And don't forget to like and subscribe. We are close to 500 subscribers, so please help us out a bit, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye.